Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week of November 13th to the 19th, 2023. The rune that came out for you is called Tiwaz, and it came out in reverse like this. And guys, this is showing some sort of selfishness, actually. Some underhanded actions and thoughts about dishonoring a commitment of yours, okay? Now, this doesn't have to be bad, all right? It could just be on your mind. That you may have made commitments to certain people or groups, or like even the commitment to show up to something every week, and you're really thinking about, possibly stepping away from that commitment and choosing something that will better support you. In particular, any masculine Pisces who may be watching, there may be some frustrations with the people you are committed to right now, and you're just really needing some independence. So there may be some sort of relationship troubles, relationship issues going on here that make you really just want to do your own thing. Now, the feminine people watching, if you are in a relationship with a masculine, well, I guess anyone who's in a relationship with a masculine energy person, there is a warning here. Like, if you feel that your partner is being selfish in any way or possibly doing anything underhanded, this is confirmation of that, saying yes. This is Luna, by the way, if you're new here. Everyone say hi, Luna, in the comment section. She loves attention. Yep, she's gonna show you her butt. This is just confirmation for that, for those of you who have already had that feeling. Now, if you haven't had that feeling, I'm not trying to make you afraid or anything. Listen to your intuition. This could simply show like wanting to be more selfish, though. So the oracle cards that are coming out is Truth. Wow. The truth will set you free. I feel like there are truths coming out this week for you about certain situations and where people stand with you. It says, when everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. You do the talking, dear Lord. Take over and speak through me. Wow. So I feel like many of you may be speaking your mind. I am just picking up on some relationship issues or you're very worried about someone in your life, and you may speak up to them and let them know why you're worried. And you're just needing some time and space to yourself is what I'm feeling. And you're going to try to communicate that in the best way possible for you. Also, you may have people speaking up when it comes to, where they stand with you this week. So lots of conversations is what I'm seeing right off the bat. And you're really gonna learn how committed you are to certain causes, to certain people, situations, and how committed they are to you this week, which is kind of scary, but good at the end of the day, because it's like you need to hear the truth. And the truth could be good, by the way. This could be someone saying like, I'm totally committed to you. Everything. New moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. Interesting. So we see selfishness coming up with Tiwaz in reverse, but then the new moon of Virgo is saying this is a time to give rather than take. So some of you, you know what it is, some of you may be in a caregiver position right now this week, caring for a child, a sick person, elderly folk, really just having a lot of weight on your shoulders at this time is what I'm feeling. And a part of you really just wants to, like, you're starting to think like, what if I just, said F it and went my own way? Under the stress, like it feels Virgo, I just called you Virgo, Pisces, it feels like you are under a lot of stress right now, and it's having you think these crazy thoughts, okay, but Spirit's saying it's fine. Tell other people how you're feeling. If you're under too much stress right now, let them know that you just need some time, some space to yourself to recharge. You need some time and space to focus on your work, or just like de-stressing or something like that. Like, that would be so much more effective than just taking what you need and not communicating that. So I don't know, this is a complicated reading. I feel like you're doing a lot already for the people around you, and there's shadow attributes of your personality coming up this week that are just like, well, it would just be easier to lie. It would just be easier to take what I need, what I want, and not say anything. But you're better than that. And so the cards here are saying like, you know, this is a time to share what you're going through with the people around you and remain honest, remain truthful. So we're going to get 6 tarot cards to clarify, and boy, do we need clarifiers for this reading. We're pulling from the Good Tarot, 2 rows of 3. First card out for you is the Hermit in reversed. Yeah, it feels like people just like aren't understanding how much you're going through right now, and they aren't seeing everything that you're doing, which may be why you're feeling a little bit frustrated here, because it's like you're doing so much and feeling isolated, like all of the stress is on your shoulders, and you're just really needing someone to hear you out and take care of you and give you gifts, and you know, you're just craving that kindness, that niceness. Second card out for you is the 5 of Earth in reversed. A feeling of being left out in the cold, a feeling of lack. Guys, I'm not trying to make this reading sound so bad, I'm sorry. And as I say, you know, watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, because there's so much more to your week ahead. But this reading is definitely going in a certain direction of feeling like left out of the cold, feeling separated. Some of you may have even been like not invited out by a group of friends because they assumed that you're busy or something like that, and that hurts a little bit. Or you may have a partner or someone going on like a really fun trip and you're not invited because maybe it's like a boys trip or a girls trip or whatever, and again it hurts. So I don't know, I'm getting a feeling here of like, why aren't people seeing me? Like, why am I always the one giving? Why aren't other people giving to me and seeing me for who I am? And I think speaking up about how you're feeling can go a really long way. The wisdom of the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Earth, is that there's always help available to you. There's always someone wanting to help you, someone wanting to love you. And you just have to reach out and take it. And you have to like humble yourself and be able to say, hey, I need a little extra love right now. I need a little extra help right now. I can't do this all on my own. This is too much work for me, too much stress for me, and I need a little bit more attention. You know, it takes a lot of humbleness to be able to admit that, but Spirit is wanting you to admit that this week, because like you deserve that love. And you know what? The longer you keep settling and like just pushing through this chapter, like it's not the hero story that you think it is, you know, just like bearing it and grinning is not heroic. It's actually just you accepting a lot less than you deserve and not meeting your own needs and not communicating that. And who likes that? Honestly, it's very frustrating to be with someone who does not communicate when they need something. Like it feels like a betrayal to be in a partnership or friends with someone and they're feeling resentful towards the connection, or they're needing help in some way and they're not asking. Truly, I have felt really close to people in the past, like they were my best friend or like a partner or whatever, and then they were going through a tough time and they really, really needed help, but they never asked me. And you know what? Like they didn't do that because they thought like, oh, I don't want to bother Laura. I don't want to, you know, be a burden. But you know, that hurts because I feel super close to you, but you don't even feel close enough to me to where you feel comfortable asking me for help, you know. So it's not the heroic thing that you think it is when you don't tell people what you need and you don't let people help you. It really isn't. It can create walls between you and the people around you. Third card out is Patience. Beautiful. Time will actually help you. I feel like if you're like caretaking for someone and you're very stressed out right now, this will certainly pass. I feel like the month of November, you will see this sort of get better and better, which is great. So I feel like time is on your side with that. Second row out, 4th card, is the Ace of Water in reverse. Exactly. Yeah, there's love here that you have for someone, but it's being blocked right now. And I feel like resentment and feeling left alone or unimportant is what's blocking your love, your good feelings towards someone or something. And again, you need to communicate this because, you know, this is something beautiful. You know, this should be a beautiful relationship or a beautiful new beginning for you. It just feels like you're questioning, like, does anybody see everything that I'm doing for them? Like, am I always gonna be stuck like being the one who overgives and no one gives back to me in return? Which is a very sad feeling. And again, spirit like is not punishing you. They're not trying to keep you there, but like you need to learn how to speak your truth more and speak up about what you want and what you need in order to feel loved, in order to feel secure in your connections. Fifth card out is the Queen of Fire. Okay, there may be an important fire sign coming through for you. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, possibly Venus. And, you know, this is a very mature person who has a vision. Like, they're very good at getting their goals met. And they're very passionate about life. Sensual, warm, charming. They are probably well-traveled or have spoken to many people in life. Maybe a bit more progressive in their political leanings, things like that. And, you know, this person, I'm just getting like this, I can't stop staring at her. I don't know. Some of you may feel a newfound passion or even have a crush on someone, you know, which is interesting. I feel weird doing this reading because I do feel like some Pisces, and this may not be your story at all, but there are going to be some Pisces this week who, even if you're in a relationship, you may start to develop a crush on someone outside of your relationship. And guys, let's be real here. We're all humans. This can happen from time to time. The key is to not run with that feeling, okay? But it may still be there, you know, because that need for feeling loved and that spark and that appreciation that a new person oftentimes gives, you know, if you're lacking that in your current relationship, it's understandable why you're having that crush. So Spirit's saying, listen, we're taught as a society to avoid these urges and like, oh my gosh, I have a crush on someone else, but I'm in a relationship. Like, oh my gosh, I can't. Even if you're single, this could be like having a crush on like a coworker or someone who's off limits. It feels very much like you're not supposed to be doing this. And you know what? The Spirit is saying like, no, let's unpack this. Let's explore this. Let's write about this, journal about this. Why are you having this crush? What do you feel like is missing in your life that this person offers you? And that's something to maybe explore on your own and talk. If you're in a relationship, talk to your partner about like, hey, like I really miss the feeling of having that attention that you gave me when we were first dating and courting each other. And, you know, I really feel like I need that in our relationship. Just to feel important. And then literally get very specific. Give them examples. Like I love when you get me flowers, or when I come home you clean the house just because, or like you dress up for dates. Like I feel like those elements may be missing. Communicating that can go a long way. And you know what? If your partner doesn't want to work with you and they're like, oh my gosh, boo-hoo, whatever, like invalidating your feelings, then, you know, then I would start questioning, are you with the right person? If they're not willing to put in an effort towards the relationship. But yeah, Queen of Fire, there is new passion emerging here, and I do feel a lot of you may be crushing on someone, to be honest, or craving, even if you're single, you may be craving that love, that sensuality, that excitement of falling in love again. So, you know, again, instead of avoiding that, unpack it a little bit. Final card out is the Six of Water. Beautiful ending to this story, honestly. Like, Six of Water talks about enjoying your older connections. It talks about friendships being very important for you. A lot of happiness coming through. A lot of emotional happiness and fulfillment will come through this week after you communicate your desires, your wants, your needs to the people around you. And even let people know, like, hey, I felt left out when you didn't invite me, or I feel a little bit unimportant for some reason. Like, do you want to talk about it with me? I feel like having a vulnerable and authentic conversation will actually lead you to being loved in the way that you need to be loved. So that's beautiful. So definitely be patient with yourself and others this week, and explore your feelings for sure. Thank you guys for joining me. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below. I'd love to hear it, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. As I mentioned earlier, definitely watch for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. There's probably a lot more going on in this week that could be found in those signs of yours, so check it out. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. And I also offer my Goddess Energy Intention Oil and spiritual life coaching sessions there. So check all that out. Bye bye.